Now, this is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'll be down there in the description box. And I am here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown August 19th, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about Friday Night SmackDown. Now we kick off the show with Ronda Rousey coming through the crowd, getting into the ring, grabbing the mic, and pretty much saying that, hey, Adam Pearce, come on out because I already paid my fine, even double it, and I want to be reinstated. So yeah, that's what Ronda Rousey was saying. So she was calling out Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce comes out with a bunch of security guards, and he says, that's above my pay raise, and I cannot reinstate you. So Ronda, you got to leave. And Ronda was like, no, I'm not going to leave. He said, okay, security, go get her. So the security guards go in there, and of course she starts beating them all down, flipping them and all that. And then she grabs one security guard, flips him, and then she says, reinstate me. He said no, and then pretty much she locks on the armbar onto that security guard. Adam Pearce starts calling out some cops. 2 cops came out, and they arrested Ronda Rousey. So yeah, that's what happened there. They was carrying Ronda Rousey backstage, and before she got in the cop car, she looks at Adam Pearce and said, nice haircut, and all that, and then gets in the cop car getting arrested. So yeah, they drove off with Ronda Rousey, and then a Yukon comes pulling up, and Roman Reigns gets out of it. So yeah, Roman will be on SmackDown tonight, and he'll be going face-to-face with Drew McIntyre later on tonight. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. But it was a pretty good segment with Ronda Rousey. So yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, now we get to the tag team tournament. It was, well, before I even say that, Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai was at ringside watching this match. Talking about they bought tickets and all that stuff. So yeah, they are on SmackDown watching it with the fans. So yeah. But yeah, we'll get this tag team match underway. Now, it was originally supposed to be Natalya and Sonya Deville versus Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, but apparently Zoe Stark got injured and they are out the tag team tournament. So yeah, something about that, she got injured, so yeah, they got replaced. So this match became Natalya and Sonya Deville versus JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, Toxic Attraction. So yeah, Toxic Attraction makes their SmackDown debut, and it was great. This is the first round of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. In this match, it was a pretty good match. At one point, we see Jessie Jane hitting a big boot onto Sonya Deville, taking her out for the rest of the match at the barricade and all that. And Natalya was distracted by that. She gets rolled up by Gigi, but Natalya kicked out too. Both of them was going at it. And then we see at one point, Natalya hits a discus clothesline onto Gigi. But then eventually she throws Gigi into the corner. She gets hit with a big boot, and that's when JC jumps on the ring apron, tags herself in, and jumps back down off the ring apron. And then Natalya turns back around, grabs Gigi, locks her into the sharpshooter. And while she had Gigi in the sharpshooter, that's when JC comes in, rolling up Natalya out of the sharpshooter, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah. JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, Toxic Attraction, defeated Natalya and Sonya Deville tonight in the first round of the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. So yeah, Toxic Attraction advances. So yeah, it was a great match to kick off Friday Night SmackDown. But yeah, it was great to see Toxic Attraction make their SmackDown debut. Now, don't get me lying, Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, they would have been amazing, I bet. But, you know, unfortunately, stuff happens, and, you know, they had to get replaced, so, yeah. But it was great to see Toxic Attraction on SmackDown. But, yeah, Mandy Rose was not with them at all, by the way. So, yeah, she was not at ringside or nothing. But, still, pretty good match between these two teams. For this match, I'll give it 3 stars as well. It was a pretty good way to kick off Friday night's, the first match on Friday Night SmackDown. So, yeah, that's what happened there. And then we get backstage. Sami Zayn's walking up to Roman Reigns' locker room. There's a security guard outside and tells Sami Zayn that, hey, Roman is waiting for you. Go walk in. Sami walks into the locker room. He's talking to Roman, talking about how Jey Uso's been yelling at him for like the past few weeks, and he's been on Jay's bad side and all that stuff, and he wants to get everything fixed and all that stuff. Talking about how Jay don't appreciate his help or anything, but he said that last week he took the Claymore from Drew McIntyre and pushed Jay out the way. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And Roman was like, "Okay, hold up, just stay tight. I'm gonna go take care of some business. I'll be right back." And then he walks away, and that's when Roman Reigns' cell phone starts going off because he left his phone on the couch, and it was Jey Uso. And Sammy was like, "Hey Roman, your phone's ringing." And Roman was like, "Go ahead and answer it." And he says, "It's Jay." He says, "Oh, go ahead and answer it. I don't care." And Sammy answers it, and apparently Jey Uso's screaming at him or whatever over the phone. And he says, "Okay, I'll tell Roman, whatever." Hangs up the phone, and Roman comes up and says, "Hey, what did Jay say?" He said that they said they cannot get across the border, which, if you think about it, they are in Canada, and not only that, Jimmy Uso and stuff got DUIs. So, yeah, they are not going to get across the border. So yeah, the Usos are not on SmackDown tonight because of stuff like that. But yeah. And then Roman looks at Sammy. He says, "Hey, by the way, are you friends with Kevin still?" He says, "Yeah, I'm cool with him or whatever." And then he says, "Okay, good. Tell Kevin that I do not owe him anything." So yeah, that's what he told him. And he says, "Okay, I'll tell him that." So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, Sammy did say he's in the Fatal 5-Way match. And he says that it's for a number one contender shot for the IC title. And Roman was like, "Yeah, go win that. It'll be good for the bloodline." So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, pretty good segment backstage. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, now we start back with SmackDown with Max Dupree and Maxine Dupree and, the Maximum Male Model. So yeah, all of them was inside the ring. But then Max Dupree was talking, and then he gets interrupted by Hit Row. So yeah, Hit Row comes out, and they got a new remix to their theme song where Swerve Strickland is not singing in it at all, which is understandable because he is in AEW. So yeah, he's not singing in the song, so yeah, they cut out that part, and yeah. But yeah, Hit Row comes out, and Hit Row pretty much said that they had enough, and then they straight up attacked the Maximum Male Models because Max Dupree got in his face, got into Top Dollar's face, saying, "You will never be in Maximum Male Models," and that's when we see Hit Row attack the Maximum Male Models after that. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then they started performing, singing a song and all that, rapping and all that stuff. And then while they was rapping, we see Maxine Dupree coming out, dancing and all that. And then Max Dupree grabs her and says, "No, you don't dance to this. Let's go." And they walk away. So yeah, that's what happened there. But it was an alright segment. It was just Hit Row just performing and stuff, and yeah, they are getting represented as baby faces, and it looks like they will be going into a feud with the Maximum Male Models. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a Fatal 5-Way match. It was Sheamus versus Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss versus Ricochet versus Sami Zayn in a Fatal 5-Way number one contenders match. Winner of this match faces Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of the Castle. So yeah, the Intercontinental title is finally being defended on the pay-per-view since this year. So yeah, this is the first time, I think, that the IC title has now been defended on a pay-per-view. So yeah, Triple H is doing big things. The title and stuff is finally getting relevant. So yeah, thank God for that, because I don't know what the hell they was doing. But yeah, that was this match, stipulation. But yeah, it was a pretty good match and everything. The crowd was definitely behind Sami Zayn because they are in Canada tonight. And they was behind Sami Zayn, so yeah, they was going crazy, cheering for him and all that. And then they'll boo the hell out of Ricochet or Madcap Moss anytime that they put their hands on Sami Zayn. So yeah, they was going crazy for Sami Zayn tonight. But yeah, like I said, it was a great match. Everybody was doing pretty damn good. At one point, we see Sami Zayn on the top turnbuckle, Ricochet jumps up there, and then Sami Zayn knocks him off the top turnbuckle. And then that's when Sheamus gets up there and hits him with white noise off the top turnbuckle. But then as soon as he hit him with white noise, Sami Zayn rolls out the ring because his shoulder is injured. And then Sami Zayn had to walk backstage because his shoulder. So yeah, he was taking out the match for a little while, and then yeah, they was all going at it. Then it became like a fatal 4-way match after that, and everybody was doing so damn good. I'm talking this match, it was really good. At the ending though, we see Madcap Moss getting taken out by Sheamus, and then we see pretty much Madcap actually got hit with the recoil by Ricochet, and then Ricochet realizes, dang, Sheamus is in here, even though Madcap rolled out the ring. So he climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the shooting star press onto Sheamus, pins him 1, 2, and then Ricochet got, Happy Corbin breaks up the pin after that, beats down Ricochet, and then we see Sami Zayn returning back to the ring. Even though he's got an injured shoulder, he comes into the ring. He grabs Ricochet, hits the exploder suplex onto him into the corner, and then hits the Helluva kick onto him. It looked like it was going to be over. The fans was going crazy. He goes for the pin. 1, 2. Happy Corbin pulls Sami Zayn out the ring and breaks up the pin. So yeah, and then Corbin grabs Sami, throws him into the ring post, shoulder first, laying him out. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then he gets back into the ring, lifts up Ricochet because he was about to hit the end of days onto Ricochet, but then we see Sheamus coming up, hitting the bro kick onto Happy Corbin, and then pins Corbin for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Sheamus defeated Ricochet, Happy Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Madcap Moss tonight in the Fatal 5-Way match. So yeah, Sheamus will be taking on Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of the Castle. And you know what? I'm okay with that match, because it's going to be a freaking brutal match. I can already tell you, these two guys, Gunther and Sheamus, will go crazy. Trust me. Like, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus does it freaking great when they brutalize each other inside the ring every single time. And I bet Gunther and Sheamus are going to do the same thing. So yeah, that match I bet is going to freaking be crazy. They're going to be beating the hell out of each other. And I bet it's going to be great. So yeah, Sheamus is the #1 contender for the IC title. And I think this is the first time that he's going after the Intercontinental Championship, because that's the only title that Sheamus never won. So yeah, but yeah, that's going to be happening at Clash of the Castle. And this match, like I said, it was a great match. Everybody did great, all 5 guys. For this match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a great match. Now, obviously, the fans boo the hell out of Sheamus for winning, because obviously they wanted Sami Zayn to win, but it makes sense with Sheamus winning because they're going to go to Wales, and, Sheamus is from Europe and all that stuff, so, they gotta throw him on the match card, just like how they threw Drew McIntyre on the match card. Like, the people that's from Europe is going to go on that match card. Like, that's what's going to happen. If Becky Lynch was able to compete, she would have been on the match card, obviously. So, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, great match. I give that match 4 stars. But, yeah, freaking fantastic. Sheamus will be taking on Gunther for the IC title. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, now before I talk about the one-on-one match, we gotta talk about a few things, like the Viking Raiders had the New Day funeral. So yeah, the Viking Raiders is having a Viking funeral for the New Day. Now they had like the New Day's Bootios, box and t-shirts and all that stuff burning and all that, and they said goodbye to the New Day and stuff. So yeah, that's what they said. They said they are warriors, but their time has passed, and their time is now. So yeah, that's what they said. But then we see Liv Morgan. She gets interviewed, and she was talking about how she will go to Clash of the Castle and beat Shayna Baszler and retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. And she said that her arm is not 100%, but she'll still go fight as a fighting champion. So yeah, that's what she said. And then we see Shotzi get interviewed, and she was talking about how she's going to go out there and break Liv Morgan's arm, and she won't even make it to Clash of the Castle. So yeah, that's what Shotzi said. So we get the one-on-one match. It was the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan versus Shotzi one-on-one. It was an okay match. At one point, we see Shotzi hit the. It was a German suplex, but she had both of Liv Morgan's arms hooked, and then pretty much hit like a German suplex with a pinning combination. I forget what she called that move, but yeah, she got that, and then she pins her 1, 2. Liv barely kicked out at 2, and then she was talking crap. The Liv picks her up, still talking shit, and then Liv hits the code breaker onto Shotzi. Shotzi's over there by the ropes, and then she hits her finisher move, Oblivion, onto Shotzi, and then pins Shotzi for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Liv Morgan defeated Shotzi tonight on SmackDown. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, we see Shayna Baszler come up, attacking Liv Morgan from behind, beating her down and stuff. And then she grabbed her arm. She was going to stomp on her arm, but then she says that she ain't going to do that. She's going to wait until Clash of the Castle to break her arm and then take her title. So yeah, that's what she said. And then she acted like she was about to stomp on her arm again. And then instead of stomping on her arm, she kicks Liv Morgan in the face and walks out. So yeah, that's what happened there. But it was still a pretty okay match between Shotzi and Liv Morgan. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was an okay match. But then, after that, we get an update that Ronda Rousey has been released from jail. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Roman getting ready. He's about to walk out to the ring. And then we see Drew getting ready. And Drew grabbed a jacket. And what was underneath the jacket? It was an hourglass. Pretty much carrying across, placed it there. And Drew got pissed off and he walks away. So yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns go face to face up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, now, it was the last segment of the night, so we had the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns come out, and he comes out by himself because of multiple reasons. Now, Paul Heyman's not with him because obviously he got taken out at SummerSlam by Brock Lesnar, so yeah, that's why Paul Heyman ain't with him, and the only reason why the Usos ain't with him, because the storyline, they couldn't get across the border because he was having issues, which in real life, they can't get across the border because they got legal issues down here. So yeah, like with DUIs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why the Usos are not on SmackDown, because they are in Canada. But yeah, Roman Reigns, that's why he comes out all by himself, and he starts talking about, like, if anybody tries to prove that they're the top guy in the company, they ain't, because it's me, because I am the champion and all that stuff. And at Clash of the Castle, I will beat Drew McIntyre, and he will acknowledge me. So yeah, that's what Roman Reigns said. But then Drew McIntyre comes out, and he goes like, at Clash of the Castle, I will win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and I will beat you. And, I think that you fear me and all that when I look in your eyes. So yeah, that's what Drew McIntyre was saying. And he said, since the Usos ain't around, I wonder if you're going to fight me one-on-one right now. And Roman, he didn't hold back. Both of them starts brawling. Both of them beating down each other. But then Drew hits him with a belly-to-belly suplex, throwing him across the ring. And then he was setting up for the Claymore. He runs to hit the Claymore. But then all of a sudden, Sami Zayn pushes Roman out the way. And Sami gets hit with the Claymore. And then Roman took the opportunity to hit the Superman punch onto Drew. And then he was setting up for the spear. And when he ran for the spear, he gets hit with the Claymore anyways by Drew McIntyre getting laid out. So yeah, that's what happened there. Drew McIntyre standing tall after he done laid out Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. So yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good segment though. But yeah, tonight's SmackDown though, it was a okay episode. For match of the night, I would say it was easily that fatal 5-way match. Sheamus taking on Gunther. Clash of the Castle is going to be freaking great, I bet, for the IC title. So yeah, that match was freaking great. Go check it out if you haven't yet. Shotzi versus Liv Morgan was okay. And it was great to see Toxic Attraction make their SmackDown debut and win the first round of the tournament tonight against Natalya and Sonya Deville. That was pretty great. Ronda Rousey getting arrested. Yeah. In this segment was pretty good. So, and, Hit Row pretty much being a babyface team now. laying out maximum male models. It was or whatever as well. But yeah, other than that, SmackDown was an okay episode. Probably not better than last week's episode, probably in my opinion. But still, this week's episode was still pretty good. I'll give it 7 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was still a pretty good episode. But yeah, like I said, match of the night was that Fatal 5-Way match. If you haven't yet, go check it out. But yeah, that has been my WWE Friday Night SmackDown August 19th of 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Jose. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for this Monday's Monday Night Raw reviews. See you guys later. Until then.